Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, I am Chrissy Budgets, a Barbadian budgeter navigating my way to a boatload of savings and much success. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back and showing some support to me as I hit another step on my claim to my financial destination. So in today's video, guys, as you can see, I have a monthly overview sheet and a new sheet, my individual income budget sheet. Basically preparing myself for the month of March. So I have designed this sheet here basically to help me budget a lot better and also to track my spending and my budgeting because a girl needs some assistance when it comes to being organized. So I thought that this would have been a great way to stay organized and be able to track my progress. So now I would have mentioned basically that my earnings are inconsistent from month to month, and due to my main salary being paid on commissions, it can be hard for me sometimes to budget and to spend money. What I have done, I have assessed my first month using the envelope system, and I believe within myself that there are a few things that I can improve on. Speaking of improving, guys, please see my backgrounds, brand new. Tell me if you guys like it, if it is something that you guys want to see again, if you prefer this background to the previous one, because I thought the previous one was a bit dark. So I thought that a bit of natural light and a lighter background would assist in seeing better. Right, so as I was saying, sorry for being distracted, that I reviewed my first month on the envelope system, and I believe that there were a few things that that I could improve on. And with that, I'm going to fill out these sheets and talk to you guys about those things, right? So due to the fact that my income is inconsistent, one of the things that I felt was a bit disorganized for me was filling in my income at the beginning of the month. So what I've opted to do instead is to fill it in on this particular sheet at the end of the month, basically so that when I fill that in, I can actually see what the entire month is looking like, or what it has looked like, right? That's the reason why I would have created the monthly overview sheet, so that I can see from month to month my progress and basically how I was able to budget and function with different streams of income coming in. Different levels, not streams, levels. Although I'll get there though, because I have to invest some money to get some new streams of income. Right? So with that, for this particular video, I will not be filling in my income box. I will fill that in at the end of the month when I've received all monies that are due to me, that I can actually do a proper total of my income for the month. My monthly expenses would be the same as last month. Basically, they don't change. So the first one would be my card. And I would have told you guys in my previous video that this card was a debit card. Please note, I am being set corrected. It is a credit card, and that is due on the 8th of every month. And I will be putting $100 towards that card. And then the next bill is my Digicel bill, and Digicel is our internet and phone provider here in Barbados. For those of you who are not familiar with me or not familiar with Barbados, we have Digicel and we have Flow here. So Digicel is the one that I have my services with, and that is $86 a month. The next one due now is my rent, and that is normally due in the middle of the month, and that is $500. And my other utility would be water, that I also lump with my rent because it normally comes out around the same time, and I normally put 110 towards that. I'm actually ahead in terms of my outstanding balances, so I don't have any outstanding balance, and I do have credit with them because I paid more than I was supposed to. So with that, that would be deducted from this month's bill, but I want to prepare for myself for anything that may come my way this year. So if I'm not paid for a particular month, being ahead definitely would be helpful to me. So I will continue to contribute my 110 to that bill as long as I can afford to. And the last one is my life insurance. And that one normally comes at the ending of every month. And this is for my life and my health insurance. And this figure, like I said before, does not change. It would only change or increase if there's something else that comes out of unexpected, or unforeseen, because this is just my fixed expenses basically. So any other monthly expenses then would be a variable expense, right? No. So basically, I have all of these are my envelopes, yes, but I do have my building funds, and like what I've stated previous, these are the funds that I want to use to accumulate my savings and create a financial buffer for myself. I'm also working towards my first home, so I do have an envelope for that. And I would be filling in the targets along with the starting balances. Now, what I've decided to do is that I will not be calculating the total balances every month, due to the fact that I am someone who can become a bit disappointed, especially when I'm not where I want to be. And instead of doing that to myself from month to month, I would just prefer to basically see my progress. Probably every 6 months would be better than month to month for me. So I will not be calculating my starting and ending balances the total starting and ending balances every month, but I will probably do an update every 6 months. And that way too, it would give me some leeway to get my motivation up to make some sales as well. So with that, my savings target, as you guys know, is $1,500. And yes, I would like to achieve my targets in the year, but if I don't do it, then whenever I get to that point, I will be forever grateful, because it is better to have something than to have nothing at all. So if by December 31st, 2021, and I don't reach all of my targets, I would just continue to work towards that target until I reach that particular goal. So that is another thing that I noticed in terms of improving on, is giving myself enough time and not applying too much pressure to myself, where I become stressed or anxious, right? So my starting balance for that one is $20. And my starting balances this month, of course, is my ending balances for last month. So I wouldn't need to do that at the end of every month, because essentially it's the same information. So next we have the emergency funds, and my emergency funds I have at $2,500 for the target, and the starting balance for that is $0. Now, I would have had an emergency situation that occurred recently, and with that, some of my funds, actually my envelopes were emptied. So I now have to start back building some of them, but I am not phased. I will get back there in Jesus' name. And I know for a fact that, like I said, I'm not phased. Sorry for the noise in the background, guys. I live close to a road. So here in Barbados, we have our homes right next to the road, and you can hear the traffic. So forgive me with that one. But right, so some of them were emptied, and unfortunately, I have to get them back there. And emergency funds was one that I had to take from. It absolutely pains me to do that, but it had to be done. I would not have done it unless it had to be done. So, emergency funds has 0 in it right now. Home ownership target is 6,000. And right now I have 55 in that envelope. $55. Right? So the target for these envelopes is 6 and 2 is 8 and 1 is 9. That's $10,000. And like I said, I won't be calculating the starting and ending balances because I want to track my progress as at certain points. I don't want to do it every month, so I will be doing it from probably like 6 months or so. Alright, so those are for my building funds, and now we're going on to my sinking funds. So my living expenses target is for me to save at least a month's expense, which would be this number up here, which is my total monthly expenses. So that will be 1110, and I'm starting off with 110 in there, which is pretty good. Woo-hoo. Card maintenance is $1,000, and I am starting off with 50 in that envelope. Gas does not have a target because I will be using that pretty much daily or every week. Household also doesn't have a target. I was thinking about imposing the target for that because there are some stuff that I want to get for my home, but I'm focusing on building those funds, my emergency funds, and my savings right now. So unless it is extremely necessary, I don't think I'll be doing it just yet. But I'll keep that just in mind, in case of anything. That was something that I wanted to do, but right now I'll put that on hold for now. And those are pretty much empty as well. 2 of those. Can't wait for the first cash stuffing of the month. Alright, so the next envelope is beauty. I do not have a target for that because I'll be using that as well, but that starts off with 10. Personal does not have a target because I'll be using that, and that is also emptied as well, guys. Like I said, it broke my heart because I really, really didn't want to have to touch it unless it was extremely necessary. And like I said, it was, but I was so super duper excited that they were starting to build a bit. Oh my gosh, I will get back there. Guys. Whew. Just pray for me, and drop any little motivational tips that you can give down below in the comments. It's always great to see other YouTubers and even just viewers, just commenting and, showing me support. So even if you don't drop a comment, you can always like and subscribe and let me know, guys, that you are here to be accompany me through this journey, guys, because I can see that it may have some ups and downs. It's starting out that way, but let's hope that it smooths out itself, right? Alright, so for vacation now, we have a target of $1,500, and that is starting off with $15. Christmas has $1,300 as a target, and I'm also starting off that with $15 as well. Business has a target of $2,000, and I'm starting that off with 10. I may actually have to use that $10 tomorrow, depending, but we will wait and see if I do have to use that for business purposes, of course. Miscellaneous does not have a target, and that is also emptied. The next one is health and wellness, and I do have health insurance, but it's always good too to have some funds there for health and wellness. That target is 1,000, and I'm starting that off with 25. My mother does have a target, and hers is 25 as well. And then the last one is winding down, and there is no target for that. And that has $12 in it. Oh, actually, you know what? I actually wanted to have a target for beauty because being in this present lockdown right now, basically showed me that I really need to have some additional funds there. Going back out now, since we're pretty much the government is pretty much relieving the restrictions a bit, and you're able to traverse the different stores now, and actually go more places. I actually just want to get some stuff done. So I definitely want to get pedicure. I want to get my hair done and stuff like that. But I also want this to be a floating balance as well, so that anytime that this happens again, or just on a whole entirely, I would always have those funds to fall back on. So that is my targets. So let's do some quick math. So 3 and 8 is 11. 1100 and 1110 is 2210. 3210. 4510. 6010. 8010. 9010. So before I actually put that in, let's see if I am correct, guys, because I don't want to calculate wrong. So let me just get a calculator really quickly. Give me 1 second. Now I'm back with my calculator, so let's calculate and see if I am correct. So 1110 plus 1,300, 1,500, 1,300, 2,000, 1,000. Oh, guys, it looks like I was wrong. Oh, wait, am I? Yay! All right. At least a girl can count. Whoop, whoop. So that is $9,010 as my set target for my sinking funds. And like I said, guys, I am going to work towards it. Even if I don't achieve my targets this year, like I said, I'm going to work towards it until I do achieve them. So hopefully I will get through before the end of the year or by the end of the year. But if not, then there's always next year. Alright, so that would be it for my monthly overview. And for those things that are missing, like my ending balances and my income, I'll be filling those in at the end of the month when I do have that information. So now the next thing that I have here is my individual income budget. And with this sheet, essentially, I would basically be budgeting my income as it comes. So with each paycheck, then I would use this sheet to budget and break down that paycheck. Like I said, this is just a way to keep myself organized and on par or on top of my budgeting, and also just as a kind of a tracker to make sure that I am utilizing or maximizing my savings with each paycheck. So for my first paycheck of March, it's actually going to come on Friday. So that is the 5th of March. And that would be basically from a little business that I have. and that amount will be $280. This is the only income that is constant every month for me. It comes around the same time between the 5th and the 6th of the month. Um, and this is the only one that's consistent. But because this is not just the only salary that I receive, along with the other paycheck that I get from my main job, with this and that added, then that is what creates the inconsistency in terms of my monthly amounts or monthly income. But this particular income is constant, and it's the same one every month. The only way that it will change is if something additional comes along for that business. But once it is the same contract that I have now, then it would be the same amount as always. Okay, so this will be the first paycheck for March, and out of this paycheck, I will be paying the first two expenses, and that would be $100 and digital. Oops, I almost wrote that wrong. And that is due 13th this time around, but that is before my next paycheck is supposed to come, so I now need to pay that to avoid the late fee. I forgot to write total in here, guys. Forgive me. I was trying to get everything done so that I can give you guys this video in ample time. So that would be $186. Of course, I will make the adjustments when I get the chance to. But for sure before the next video, for sure. Okay. Alright, so the next one now would be my daily envelopes, and these are what people will consider to be cash envelopes. These are the ones that go with me everywhere, essentially. So this time around, I would be putting in household, I would be putting in $20 because that is empty, and in case my home needs anything, I can always just take from that instead of pulling from my savings. Luckily, my mom is also doing the envelope challenge as well, so she is able to assist where I can't, which is awesome and amazing. But I would still like to be able to help myself without her at some point. Alright, so the next is gas, and that also receives 20 as well. And then miscellaneous is getting $10. So that is plus $50 in those envelopes. And then once I add 186, and so let's put 280 minus 186 is 94, minus 50 is $44 left to go into my sinking funds, which is not much, but every little bit counts. I'm sure that from the commissions that I've calculated that I'm supposed to get in the middle of the month, once all goes well and everything is cleared, then I would be able to inject more into my sinking funds. But with every little bit, guys, counts. So I am 100% grateful for the $44 that would be going into my sinking fund. So with that, my living expenses will be getting $10. Savings this time around will not be getting anything. Emergency fund also will not be getting anything. Home ownership will not also be getting anything. Car maintenance definitely will be getting something, which is about $5. Although I'm not ready for that envelope yet. Every little bit counts in the event of. Beauty will not be getting anything. Personal will get $5. Vacation also would get $5. Christmas, also get $5. Health and wellness, we'll be getting $2, which I should have 44 minus 10 minus 5 minus 5 minus minus 5 minus 2 equals $12 left. My mother will not be getting anything this time around. Winding down will be getting $2. And that is minus 2, which leaves me back with $10. And I think I'm forgetting something. Oh, my business isn't here. Oh no. Okay, so let's take this out for that particular one. Let's put business here. So I will definitely have to redo this form, and that will be getting $10 because I was wondering where the additional $10 went. So my monthly savings challenge that you see here is not any of the challenges that are up by the other budgeters now. This is just for me, basically to put something else aside outside of my envelopes there to save with. Not in the event that I do have to deplete my envelopes, I still have something additional saving. So I would not be putting it in from this, but for my next paycheck, I will be putting into my monthly savings challenge for sure. Once everything is cleared, like I said. Alright, so that should come to plus $44. And I know some of you probably are wondering, why wouldn't I put into my savings fund or my home ownership? But I basically utilizing each paycheck for its specific purpose. And what I've decided to do is that for the lesser amounts, I would try to put into the what I would consider to be the least important envelopes right now, so that they still get something. And then the ones that I do receive a big check from, which is my salary or any additional income. Please, once again, apologize for the noise. Once I get an additional income, then I would put into the bigger envelopes, right? So that is basically that. So that would be for that part. Sorry that I haven't got you guys seeing everything. Oh boy, sorry. Yeah. Very noisy, very noisy. I'm so sorry, guys. Alright, so $44 is going into my sinking funds for my first paycheck of March. So my income on this sheet would be $280. And then the total expenses is $186. My daily envelopes is $50. And my sinking funds is $44. So once I add that up, 186 plus 50 plus 44 is $280, guys. Mm-hmm. So just to make sure that everything balances out. Alright, so that is basically it, guys, for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, if you do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.